Welcome back, everyone, to the Wildlands campaign. As always, there is a lot going on in the world. Not all of it good or happy, but let's take a few hours and forget those troubles and enter the realm of pretend problems in the Wildlands and have some fun for a few hours. All right, here we go. Last time, you guys finagled your way into the Ushazak Pyramid, level 5, by swimming in with the aid of water breathing and other innate abilities, and spells and things. You manipulated a gate open, you fought a freaky flying head that was somehow undead and had a golden carved tooth. You explored this weird chamber, the chamber where the 4 Oldport siblings were buried, or actually interred, I should say, because they are not buried, but contained in this these watery graves. After solving that puzzle, you got rid of a kind of force field that was around that mysterious yet plain-looking boat that has some interesting labels upon it, and found a few other interesting carvings and inscriptions around the walls and dais, particularly involving the wreck of the Vargos, the tremendous ship that lies just outside of Westhead to the west. Well, after all of that action had just been resolved, yes, the Vargos is also where the fish people have a shantytown. You were approached by someone coming down this hallway that you have yet to explore, but is revealed due to several people having dark vision and lights. This person is walking down the hallway, and they look like this, which, by the way, is pretty much what you all look like right now, because you are all wearing these weird leather masks with the metal bit in front that hide your faces, and this sort of freaky outfit like this person has. And by the way, what you guys lack and what this figure does have is this glowing hand floating around them. And as this person approached, a female voice from behind the mask emerged, saying, "Greetings, fellow Gravekeepers. What is happening here? Why are you not at the ceremonies?" And that is just about where we are picking up our game. Hopefully that brings Bref and Mavra up to speed. If you guys have further questions, if they're urgent, you can ask them right now. But otherwise, hopefully you can you can ask them in Discord, and the other players can answer when they get the chance. But that is the moment that we are picking up at. And so Bref and Mavra, in disguise, you are just being approached by this person who has appeared around the corner over here.
I'd like to say that Akiri tries to look as not there as possible, because she is very bird-shaped and should not be very bird-shaped.
Okay.
Anyways, that was my thing. Go for it, y'all.
So Akiri presses herself against the wall, I guess, and tries to stay out of line of sight.
I'm going to say, we heard reports of a exceptionally large fish immediately outside the pyramid, and we came to check this grate to make sure there was no damage. And while we were here, we also decided, it's never too early to get started on the Watersway Festival, to set up preparations to make sure all of our honorable oh, yep, there we go. Okay, sorry, that was a technical thing on my side where I accidentally almost clicked out of Roll20. But we wanted to make sure that, especially in these aquatic burial chambers, that everything would be prepared so that we could properly maintain the honor of the dead that rest here.
I'm going to ask you to make a deception roll, but because you invoked a Feasty's festival, and a Feasty is strong here, and the festival is indeed coming up, I will give you advantage on that deception roll for all the good it'll do you. Let's see. Ooh. The Gravekeeper. You can't really tell what expression she's making behind the mask, but she says, "Oh, I see. Very good, very good. A large fish, you say? Well, that is interesting. Yes, how very important to find that out. Well, I will go and report it. Or not. I have many things to attend to with Lady Aiela's Rothdal's interment, don't we? Well, yes, I will see you later, no doubt. Yes."
Yes, I wish you only the best in that important preparation.
Right. So, how many does it take to... She comes forward and she's kind of craning her neck around, looking around the room. How many does it take to prepare the Sapphire Haunt?
Well, I'm sure you can appreciate that in our large group here within the pyramid, we all have our specialties, and I felt it best to gather those who are especially trained and equipped for dealing with the aquatic burials.
Yes, of course, that makes complete sense. Well, I will, I see, yes. Oh. The mask turns toward Akiri, who is in plain sight pressed up against the wall. And says, a winged gravekeeper. She bows. Milady, I had thought that you were attending to Lord Taddick Boatstrong's ceremony before a Rothdal was brought to our attention. I did not realize that you had made your way down here.
Can we roll insight or something to know that she's totally onto us?
Go ahead, Frasher.
Yeah, Frasher's great with the insight. Whoa.
I heard you were pretty good with insight.
That 0 modifier on there.
Tasty.
Well, of course, I would not interrupt your very important activities. The mask turns back toward Breaths. Forgive me if I have interrupted. She takes out a little bell and holding the clapper.
Yeah. Can Thrasher hit her with hold person, or
Go for it.
is there not enough time?
So, guys, Thrasher interrupts this conversation to mumble his mumbo jumbo. And
Yeah.
cast hold person.
Was
Could
she
you
being
click the
legit?
spell, please?
What's that?
Could you click the spell in your spell book if you have it set up that way? On your character sheet on Roll20?
Yeah, hang on. It popped up a thing. Sorry.
It's asking you what level to cast it at.
I don't know why I had to enter that information before it would tell you about the spell. So yeah. So wisdom saving throw.
It's because it's changing the level of the spell. Okay. What's the DC?
15.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Everyone?
Yeah, click your icon first. She freaks out, perhaps understandably, when the spell's power fails to affect her.
God damn.
You.
So bad at this.
Those initiative rolls, though, yikes.
Yeah, Vapos was in the
Okay,
other
nice.
room. He only barely knows that anything's going on.
Does
Yeah.
he know if that failed to affect her because she saved, or he failed to affect her because her species is not humanoid?
I don't know if Thrasher would know. Actually,
I
if
don't
you
know
would know
either.
she's saved. She looks humanoid, but of course it is hard to tell, as I think you're pointing out. Okay, initiative has been rolled. She shrieks. An angry sort of shriek, and starts ringing the bell. And runs in this direction. And she runs in that direction, ringing the bell as she goes. And she looks over her shoulder, and from behind her mask says, "Cold." And the hand, the glowing hand that's floating, circling around her, rockets out to towards Bref. Bref, a 12 will fail to hit you. And the cold hand, you feel the cold of it as it passes by. This ghostly cold hand, and returns to her. The ringing of the bell is penetratingly loud. It's this high-pitched and eerie ringing sound.
Yeah, I figured that was going to go bad for us if she rang that.
Bella.
Yes. Oh, my turn. Okay. Sorry, we're learning about prime numbers on my phone right now.
Those are very important.
They're a lot of fun, especially when they turn into monsters when you click them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cast a spell real quick. And I think I just accidentally clicked something that I didn't want to click. But, oh well.
Do you need?
For some reason, my character sheet isn't throwing stuff to the chat.
Okay.
And it didn't pop up like a what level thing in a weird place?
It's just like not happening. Weird. Okay.
It might be sometimes Roll20 won't send it for a hot second, and then it'll just send all of the clicks that you did.
Alright, well if it looks like I suddenly cast 5 spells, then I do. It's an ability I have, and they're going to take all of that damage.
Okay, but what damage?
Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm going to cast. Let me see if this works. There we go. Vicious Mockery. So I am going to just start yelling at her, and I say, "Hey, idiot! Come back here. We're talking to you. Why? What? You think that the funeral that's going on is more important than this place being infiltrated by giant fish? Do you not know that we have giant fish people in here, and you don't think that that's worth investigating? Oh my god. How did you ever get made a mask priest?"
Okay. She makes a wisdom saving throw. And succeeds. Which means that she is not impressed, I think.
Yeah. It doesn't. Nothing happens.
Your words
God
have
is
no
the-
sting. False Gravekeepers.
Alright, guys, killer. I guess I'm done.
Okay. Mavra. Welcome.
I'm gonna click my boots and go over to her and attack her with my axe.
Okay. Well, as you enter that room, you're gonna see a whole bunch of cool stuff. But
Oh,
we'll
boy.
get to that in a second. Let's do your attack.
Oh boy.
But you,
I'm gonna attack twice.
Ooh. Your fighter dwarf is fearsome. Aha. Well, that is a hit. Are you activating anything with Dragon's Bite?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Well, that cuts her down in one fell stroke with 10 damage.
Damn.
You stand over her bloody body as the echoing sound of the bell fades away. And I will reveal this room for you. The sound has a curious, pardon the pun, deadness to it. As though the many wrapped up bodies stacked like firewood along the walls, muffling the sound with their own lack of breath. And now that we are out of immediate activity, I would like to describe a few things for Breath and Mavra, whose players could not make it last time. You are in the Ushzak Pyramid. And you hear water all around you. In level 5 of the pyramid, the Sapphire Haunt, as it was labeled. And it echoes through the hollow tunnels and aqueducts. The floor is a marble whose pattern constantly shifts and changes underfoot, giving you a sense of dizziness. It looks just like water. Breath. A feisty is strong here. There's a wild, chaotic energy that is familiar to you from the sea and her temples. And the shadow wars with that energy within you. It's a confusing mix of powers happening in your brain. Mavra, as you enter this room, you can see the walls are crammed with the dead. But there isn't a foul smell. Some of the sarcophagi, by the way, are marked on the map. The ones that are, the walls are lined with shelves where you can see the bodies and coffins just stacked up. But there's these larger sarcophagi that protrude somewhat. Mavra, you've charged in to a chamber where there's a central aqueduct that runs across the chamber. The aqueduct is crossed by a large wooden bridge, somewhat moldering after who knows how many centuries. Atop that bridge is a line of eerie figures who each one has a kind of a incredibly forgettable face. And these hooded figures each carry a rusty sword and a staff with a skull affixed atop of it. And they march sort of in lockstep, exactly 10 feet apart. At the top of the bridge, which is 30 feet over where you are standing, Mavra, this is a big chamber, each one pauses, grabs some of these yellow daffodils, and drops them into the central aqueduct, where they float with the current, circling around this large bier, upon which a figure lies in state. Mostly just a skull, and perhaps a few bones, and this green armor, as well as a sword, are laid to rest here. And you have a guess, Mavra, as to the figure's identity, as across the side of the bridge is written Gisela La Feroce. Mavra, you feel, and no one else will feel this, but only Mavra, you feel a strange pull. Something tugging you toward a far doorway. See if you can see where I'm pinging. You see that?
Where all of the people are going? Oh, okay, yeah.
Not where the people are going. The people, you see them in two places. Here, coming out of this doorway, and then disappearing in here, and then emerging up here and crossing the bridge where they perform this weird ritual. Each one of them looks exactly the same. They are shades of one another. They look like that.
Do I know that name?
Make a history check. You do. She was a dwarven archmage that served the Veye Empire. And she was called the Ferocious. Some have said that she was actually a half-dwarf. But more than that, you don't really know. She has a nasty reputation. The Ferocious. None of these shades marching across the bridge acknowledge or look at you. Also, this chamber is lit by the skulls. Each one of their staffs has a kind of a skull lantern at the end of a staff. And they're all identical. That's about the main description of the chamber. Does anyone want to do anything?
Well, we can follow her into the chamber now, right?
Certainly. If you wish
Mayfra,
if you
very
wish to-
quietly pick up the bell.
Do you guys want to do anything else in this chamber first? No?
Vapos already picked up the key from the boat, right? I remember he went up onto the pedestal or I think you said there was a key there.
Yes. Actually, as soon as he touches it, the boat shrinks and transforms into the key.
Ah. That's not what I expected, but okay. Vapos will take that key then.
Very well.
Can you go under the bridge?
Yes. It arches over. There's these sort of walkways in between the aqueducts here.
I want to very slowly come over to this. What did you say her name was?
Gisela La Feroz.
Yeah, I want to come over here to that.
Okay.
I will follow close behind.
Okay. The Gravekeeper lies dead, bleeding out at your feet.
Brasher's gonna check and see if it was sort of, human or not with that floaty hand.
The hand has disappeared. But Frasher, you sense a dark pull, a hunger,
Cool.
something that makes you uncomfortable. Not because you have a problem with that, but it's not your own. It's like you're not in control. It's like a curse. You feel this hunger standing over that body.
Towards the body in any way, or
Towards
like
her
the
other hand.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Frasher will eat her hand, no problem.
Frasher begins
Gosh
gnawing
dang it.
upon the corpse.
Gosh dang it, Frasher. This is why we can't have nice things.
The taste of the blood is sweet and salty. And you feel a certain rottenness rising up. Something is tainting you as you do that. And it doesn't
Can he-
satisfy your hunger at all.
Oh, okay. Does he feel that compulsion? That hunger, as you mentioned?
It's not
Still?
a compulsion. You are still in control of your own self. But... Oh, I accidentally revealed the staircase, didn't I? The hunger isn't yours, and it's not appeased. It's not completely appeased, but you feel like you got something more than just food out of it. Or maybe something less, since you're still...
Did it taste like normal, other than this weird, like, blood curse thing?
Yeah, it tasted like human, which you've eaten before, I assume.
Presumably at some point.
But did it taste like fresh?
It tasted like a page of NPC notes going up in flames.
Hey, Brasher tried to take her alive.
Fair point.
Vapos will chime in at this point, and he'll just say, excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but I can't help but feel like there are faster and more efficient ways to dispose of this body.
Akiri's gonna pat him on the shoulder as she walks by and say, "You'll get used to it."
trying to hide, felt hunger. Was human.
I see.
But also something strange. But you want get rid of body?
I believe that would be for the best, yes.
Okay, you take legs.
I beg your pardon?
I take this end, you take that end.
And I'm sorry, I don't believe I'm quite following. And do what with it?
Throw in water.
That seems like an exceptionally poor way to dispose of the body in this particular area. We do not know where this water flows to, and the flow of blood will be noticed, almost certainly.
Are there, like, because you said that the walls are full of dead people, right? Can we shove her in with one of them?
Say again.
Does Akiri say that?
Yeah, so why don't you just put her with one of the other dead people?
Fresher turns to Akiri and, okay, you take legs.
I am not nearly strong enough for this.
Does anyone want to search her body?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
I mean, you totally can too. Your investigation is guaranteed better than mine, but like, you know.
Not guaranteed.
Did she have any rings on?
You're specifically asking about rings?
Well, because Fresher ate her hand, so did he hit any?
Yup.
Like broke a tooth.
She was wearing a copper and bronze ring.
He spits that out into his hand and looks at it.
It's a plain band, probably worth a few silvers, maybe. Akiri, you find her another sort of disguise, like the one you're wearing, or another outfit. You find a bag of copper and silver pieces. A set of knuckle bones for gambling. And a largish bird bone, and also a largish cow bone.
Can Kiri make a medicine check to see if it's a bird bone or a bird-ish bone?
Okay. Nature.
Secrets.
It would be of some kind of large bird. But, actually, yeah, you would probably know exactly the type of bird. It's a bird, a forest-dwelling bird, in the, of the Armadan forest, called a hurus. and they live high in the tops of the trees, away from the trolls that infest the forest.
Cool. Is bird.
They are stunningly beautiful creatures, and they're no good for eating, so at least for humanoids.
But they look nice.
Why anyone would have a bone of one is not clear at the moment, but it seems to have some bits of meat still stuck to it.
Huh. Alright. She's gonna grimace at it, flick it away.
Are you not going to eat that?
Nope.
Okay, Bratcher will grab it. It's kind of gnawing it like a dog.
Oh, it's primo gnawing material.
I've got a cow bone too if you want it.
I mean, does it have little bits of meat stuck to it?
I think that's what this is. I honestly am not sure. Here, just take it.
Bratcher's still trying to satisfy that weird hungry feeling that he doesn't really understand.
It's not helping. Still hungry. Still gnawing. +1 to sharpness of teeth. Okay. All this time, you can faintly hear the tramp of the feet of the movement of the shades crossing the bridge in the room on the southern side of it. Do you guys have any questions about this, about what's going on here?
Can I investigate?
Sure. What do you want to investigate?
I have an idea about what this armor is.
Oh.
And I'm just wondering if I can figure out anything from looking, like investigating around here.
Okay. You want to from the bank of the aqueduct there. You want to stare carefully at the armor and see if you can spot anything.
Not just the armor, like if there's any inscriptions anywhere around there or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, go for an investigate then. Nice roll. So the runes do proclaim this to be the chamber of Gisela La Feroce. And written around the side of the bier is a in Old Veille, in Old Common, Veille Common. That's what I've called it. Is a kind of a whatchamacallit, a mourning poem. I can't remember the word for that right now.
Eulogy?
Eulogy for her. Saying what a great fighter she was. What a powerful battle archmage. And it says the bones are still strong. With a 16, okay. With a 16, you also notice a mark that says Montgomery Seals, her loyal servant in life, will mourn her forever. And And the armor itself has these draconic markings upon it and scales, and it does look like it matches Dragon's Bite. This green metal.
Sorry, we had a screaming child running behind us as you finished that. Can you repeat it?
The last.
Just the last few words.
The green metal armor is marked with all of these draconic markings that makes it match Dragon's Bite, which is across Maver's back.
Perfect, thank you.
Can I, so Typha is in Crasher's pack, but I'm going to say all of this movement of these figures is, you know, in the sound of water and everything, making her stick her head out of the pack, and she's kind of staring at these figures. She wants to see, I guess, like, they almost seem like automatons, or do they seem to be having like natural movement? She's trying to basically get more insight into what these are.
Alright. By the way, your sound quality suddenly dropped.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're getting static.
Can you hear me any better now?
No.
Maybe now?
Nope. No better.
It's super staticky.
Yeah. The while she deals with that, I will still answer. They don't look like automatons. They are just kind of walking along, not turning to the right nor the left, and they pause and reverentially scoop up these daffodils, or whatever kind of flower that is, and sprinkle them onto the flowing water, and they are carried in this thick carpet of flowers around Gisela. Her remains. They all look like the same guy. In fact, they are all completely identical in appearance. At least, I mean, you're looking at them 30 feet above you on the bridge. But they all look identical, at least at this distance. Down to the last detail on their clothing and strange equipment.
And they seem like corporeal, I'm assuming. Also, can you hear me any better now?
It is slightly better. Slightly less
Okay.
static. But they're all expressionless. They just have this sort of expression of reverence, but this very forgettable face. It's this dark-skinned guy with a rusty sword and the staff with the light skull at the end, as I mentioned. Just pausing to sprinkle the flowers before moving on.
Does it look like there's a loop of them? Like they're going in that top area and then disappearing for a while, then coming out the bottom? Does it look like... or does it just look like there's one, like, generators and receivers?
Well, you see them over here. There we go. You see them over here and up here. And they're kind of going this way. Right? Just continuously walking along. And going this way, continuously walking along.
This might be a bad idea, but we're doing it anyways. Akiri is gonna hop up to this ledge and just watch.
Okay,
See
so
what's
she
going on.
flies up there. Does she stand in their way?
Nope, she's just gonna stand at the edge and see what's going on.
You can see some. You can see into here. You can see into here. They're just walking up the right-hand side of the stairs. And yeah, that ledge is 30 feet up. One end of the bridge. It's this kind of almost like a pillar rising out of this pool of water down
here. She's gonna. Did they react to her at all coming up, or?
They have not reacted to her in any way at the moment.
Cool.
Or anyone else. They just keep passing by, one after the other.
Wow, guys, this is spooky. Montgomery Seals? Kind of gonna say that directed at one of the
nearest
at
one
one of the
pauses
shapes.
and looks at you. His utterly forgettable face partly shrouded by the hood. It's
What you doing?
unnerving. And he turns and continues on, catching up to his spot in the line, and then passing up to here, grabbing a handful of flowers, sprinkling them into the channel below.
Cool.
There's also, guys, all these sarcophagi set into the sides of the channel. I don't know if I mentioned that. Just like, yeah, they're set into the sides of the channel, so they're raised up a little bit above where you're walking, but the water flows around them continuously.
Hey guys, this dude reacted to a name. The Montgomery Seals. Apparently that's these guys.
So there's a lot of them? That's weird.
Maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
How's one person to be so many?
I don't think it's actually him anymore. She's actually gonna hop over to the flowers. She's actually gonna hop over to that middle dais with the flowers and and she's gonna try to like not disturb the flowers and then just see what's up on this dais. See if her interacting with the flowers at all seems to do anything to them.
Okay. Sorry, could you say that again? What are you doing?
Kiri's gonna hop over to the flower dais just to see if that gets a reaction out of them.
Okay. So that is a kind of a box, a large box or a crate attached to the side of the bridge.
Ooh,
And
okay.
continuously, every time they scoop up some flowers, more come up from within it.
Ah, it's a magic crate. Cool.
I'll be right back.
Magic crate.
Ah, magic flower crate.
Got it.
If we
So what
had, like-
happens if you also pay your respects and put some flowers?
Damn, that was gonna be my next question. I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
can I like throw some in there, see what happens? Also, if we had like a normal druid on this, on like this, we've had 2 druids and neither of them have been anything even close to stereotypical. If we had a normal druid, that box would be gone. It's just continuous flowers. Akiri's tempted by it, honestly.
Tifa,
It looks like
if
a
she
really
knew it was
big
there, would
crate.
probably roll around inside of it, but I think it's probably out of her eye shot.
I mean, you could like jump into it and probably like swim down and see where they're coming from.
That's probably a bad idea.
Into some nether portal full of nothing but
Exactly.
flowers.
I'm back. What's going on?
Akiri is gonna scoop up a handful of the flowers and throw them in the water herself.
Okay.
Anything?
Do are you like trying to avoid the shades? The guys were all the same.
She's gonna try to avoid touching them or interfering with them at all, but she's just kind of, yeah, trying to avoid trouble.
The yellow flowers fall from your talons and float down gently to come to rest on the water, and then flow down the stream with the rest.
Cool. No reaction from them?
They continue marching along.
Awesome. This is probably going to get a reaction out of them then. She's going to go... Oh, this is such a bad idea. Never mind.
Do you have dark vision?
No. I just see
I do.
glowy skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, you see anything interesting? Because these guys are pretty much ignoring me.
All those pretty flowers are real interesting.
Hey, guess what? There's an entire box of them up here.
Ah!
And it never empties.
She's gonna reach up and pat Frasher hard on the head, like, I want to go to there.
Hang on, we have to hide body.
Yes, all right. If no one else wants to help, then I will assist you with this Frasher.
Okay, so yeah, Frasher will set down his pack that has Typha in it, and let's stash a body.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to put it into one of the empty sarcophagi if there is one.
Okay. None of them are empty. At least they don't appear to be. Are you like lifting the lid off of a sarcophagus? Like the nearest one?
I didn't realize they had lids. I was picturing them more set into the walls.
Well, they are set into the walls, but they have stone lids that are sealed. For the most part.
Gotcha.
It looks like there's an empty one back in the other room, looking on the map.
Do you really want to carry a body that far, though?
No. Frasher wants to just chuck it in this water here and see what happens.
Yes, paying respects to the dead with another dead body.
Put this one with the other ones.
Okay, perhaps this may be a better solution then. What if we were to open the grate again and put the body outside in the water out there and let the fish deal with it? If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the blender would also work.
The blender would likely dispose of the larger bits, but it would also probably cause a great deal of blood to flow through the water, and that might be noticeable.
I love how the suggestion came from the cleric.
Listen, I play a cinnamon roll, but that doesn't mean I am actually one, okay? I can be hardcore.
Okay. So we drag a corpse somewhere.
And while they're doing that, Typha is, entranced by the prospect of this giant box, and so she's going to kind of skip around these shades, kind of eyeing them, and join Akiri by the big tub of flowers.
Okay. Is she going to be physically kind of blocking them, or is she trying to...
She's trying to be small and sneaky and dart around them, since their movements seem predictable.
They don't, as long as she doesn't interrupt them, They don't seem to take any notice of her. But yes, you can see the flowers kind of coming up on this big, this large crate of yellow flowers, and they keep scooping them up and dropping them.
She is mystified by these flowers that seem to be coming from nowhere. She's going to lean down and try to inspect the crate as best she can.
There's a heady scent throughout here, but very intense when you are climbing on the side of the bridge and putting your head in the box of them.
Can she see the bottom of this crate?
It's full of flowers.
I'm going to say she's reaching in so deep that she falls in.
She climbs into the box of flowers. Interesting.
In other words, roll a new character.
Typha becomes a flower.
Hooray! Life goal realized.
When she falls in there, Akira's gonna go, oop, and then try to grab her.
Oh, okay. You can do that. In fact, you could probably do that without even rolling for it, because Typhon just sort of did that. Assuming Typhon's not going to fight you.
No, I'm assuming she's got me by the tail.
Right.
And I'm
That's what I was thinking too,
"Oh."
honestly.
She's like, and then she starts to fall in. He's like, wait, hang on, like balancing with her wings on the edge of the crate. As you are all going through that interesting experience,
We're having a great time here.
having a great time, you hear a shout, and another masked gravekeeper runs in, actually, saying, "We heard the bell." And he is followed by more, carefully weaving in and out of the line of marching shades. As they all run in, roll initiative.
Ah, crud.
Because they are... Well, I guess it's not necessarily... seeing you perch there on the box, yeah, roll initiative.
Damn it. My hubris.
Also, how far did we drag the body before they ran in?
I'm sorry, I hadn't cleared the turns yet before you guys started rolling, so if I cleared yours, then just let me know. And I'll add a turn for you.
Yeah, I think you got mine. And Maypra's.
Yeah, I know Frasher and I were moving in this direction with the body, but I'm not sure how far we got.
Where were you? You just entered the old Port Siblings room. Because you would have been dragging it like 10 feet around. Okay, I've added a turn for Akiri,
Okay.
and still need to add for Mavra. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, and then I guess Bella unfortunately had to deal with baby stuff. So she has also, like Draco, not really. She's dealing with something else, and won't be.
She's reading all
much
the
of a
epitaphs.
factor. She's reading all the epitaphs. Exactly.
Brushing up on her VA. Dang, Vapors. Those initiative rolls.
Yeah, now I roll well, except I'm way far out of the way.
Okay. So you guys are all hearing this shout. As these guys are running in. Now they are all different races. Some are short, some are tall, some look sort of elfin, some human, dwarf, etc. They all wear these creepy masks and have these glowing hands circling them. That kind of acts in place of a hand that has been removed from the Gravekeepers. Okay. Well, looks like Vapos is going first.
Okay. Yeah, so when Vapos hears the shout, he's going to run back into the room.
Okay, so you push past Frasher and drop your end of the body.
Yep. So I've got 30 or 45 feet of movement.
Nice.
So I would get to about here.
Wow.
With a normal move. And seeing that they're all up above, I am going to activate Step of the Wind.
Cool.
Spend one key so that I can dash as bonus action. And so basically I'm just going to have just a little bit of air underneath, or air energy actually underneath my feet, so it's actually like I'm never actually directly touching the ground. I'm able to move so fast, and I'm going to use both my action and my bonus action to dash to get up the stairs as quickly as I can.
I was gonna say, why don't you just jump and then climb up?
Well, he said it was like 30 feet, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, the bridge is 30 feet up.
That's a little high for me to jump even with Step of the Wind.
Okay.
I can jump and reach like 15 feet with that. So
It's 30 feet high.
yeah, so that's my first 45. I'm just kind of...
Can you guys see the 30-foot marker on the map? It's written in green on the bridge.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I make it up to about there.
And there it is. Now you can see it. Says it. Right.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Cool.
It's covered up by my name tag.
Yeah, it was just real subtle.
Vapos, you could get there?
Yep.
Oh, wait, really? Oh, right,
Yeah,
Step of the Wind.
Yes, that's with Step of the Wind. I moved, then I used my action to dash, then I used my bonus action to dash.
Oh my goodness. So you went like this, went right past Jeremy, Bref, and Mavra, and then up the stairs?
Yep.
Wow. And
Monks,
just
yo.
darting in between these guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, that's a good point. I would be on this side so that I'm not interfering with the...
Right. Where you end your turn
Shades.
matters. Okay. Well, they are paying you no heed at the moment. Wow. Typha, your turn. Whoosh.
Okay. I have a tentative plan.
Should I be scared?
Well, we'll find out. I guess depending on how well this goes. Let me tell you what I'd like to do. Sorry, why isn't that not populating? 1 sec. Yeah, for some reason it's not. Maybe.
You cast Fog Cloud?
cast it here.
Okay. A mysterious magic fog erupts from that spot. And how big is it again?
20-foot radius.
Right.
Yeah, so 40 feet across.
40 feet across.
That is a lot of fog.
One of
Oh
my
shit! Wait.
favorite spells in the game. As a player. Is it centered
Yeah, like
there?
that, please.
Okay.
Hey, you missed us.
Can no
Just
longer
barely.
see what's up there. Is it extending below the bridge as well? Because
I
it's
think so.
centered there?
I think so.
Okay, so this thick magic fog just wraps everything. You hear the masked gravekeepers shouting from within the cloud of water vapor, but you can no longer see them.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to turn into a spider. And I'm going to crawl onto the underside of the bridge for now. With my movement. I'll still be right around where I am, but I want to be on the underside of the bridge.
You're crawling onto the bottom of the bridge?
Using spider climb?
Oh. You are hanging upside down from your boots.
No, she became a spider.
I became a spider.
I have the boots.
Oh, you transformed into a...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, back to spider form. Okay, got it.
Yeah, has anybody equipped those boots?
Yeah, Frasher's wearing them.
Okay.
And that's going to resolve my turn.
Are you a large spider?
Let's see, how big? I think she's just like a medium class, or a medium-sized class. It doesn't really say.
So it's smaller than the toad.
Oh, much smaller than the toad, yeah.
An important distinction.
We're going to say we're going to move. What are we going to do here? Okay, so she's medium, you said?
That's my
Nope,
understanding.
giant spiders are large.
Oh shit!
Oh,
All right.
okay, large. Yes, that's what I thought. All right, so we're
Akira
going
gets
to,
flashbacks.
Okay, so there's a large spider. It's wider than the bridge, hanging upside down from the underside of the bridge. And we're going to visually represent that by putting a spider in this square. And putting that symbol on her. Meanwhile, Typha, I'm going to move you off the map. Okay. You should have control of that spider now.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, a lot of crazy stuff. A druid turn happened. A standard druid turn happened. And now it's Breph's turn.
Well, I need to get moving. I can't do much good here. If my counting is correct, and I'm taking my friend Vapos here as difficult terrain, I think I can get to here with a dash action.
You've measured this?
I believe I have.
So this is difficult terrain, the fallen pillar as well.
Well, I went around it.
You went around it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went like that, and then like that, and then like this, and then up here.
Yes.
Through Vapos, and then it up there?
Correct.
Okay. And you're trying to move to the side to stay out of the path of these guys?
Exactly.
I think you're kind of in their path in that square.
Well, I'll hang out in this corner then.
Okay. No problem.
And since I don't know if I'll attack or get attacked anytime soon, I am not going to rage So that will end my turn.
Very nice. Thrasher.
So seeing Vapos drop his half of this body that we were dragging and then basically disappear, Thrasher is momentarily confused, but he will summon his pack bow and then move out into the other room.
Okay.
Sorry, I was in draw line mode.
No problem. Thrasher.
So he gets to about there, I think, if we're counting other people as difficult terrain.
Thrasher. The feeling in the pit of your stomach shifts, and you feel like holding the bow. You feel like throwing up, but it's a weird throw up. You feel like shooting the bow will make you throw up.
Ooh, this is weird. Okay. Is it? Can I use a bonus action to throw up? Just get it out of the way.
It's tied to the bow somehow.
Well, that's his whole turn. So.
You don't like feeling this way. That is
right.
The nausea is an unpleasant feeling.
Right. But it was an action to summon the bow in the first place, so, I mean, I guess if he lets go of it, it will just disappear. So I guess if it's really that unpleasant, I guess he'll just let go of it.
No, you feel like you want to shoot the bow to get whatever it is out of your system.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have enough time to do that this turn anyway, so.
Okay. So, it's, if it goes on too long, you might start to feel actually sickened.
Yeah, no, I thought it was in the other direction, where, like, he wanted to be rid of the bow. But if he wants to shoot the bow, great, that's what he was planning to do anyway.
Okay. Let's see here. Alright, you guys can't really see what's happening, but it's going to very quickly become obvious as these guys come out of the cloud. See the spider.
I'm under the bridge.
Under the bridge. Yes, but you're large, so
damn it.
You're sticking out from the sides of the bridge.
Like the spider legs are probably like wrapping around.
Oh,
like
this horrible.
Yeah.
Oh man, you don't know where the other guy went. He hasn't emerged from the cloud. So first of all, as this guy comes here, he's blocking this shade's path. And the shade attacks him. With a rusty sword. Killing him instantly.
Nice.
The other two, undeterred by that event, hurl their freezing hands, one at Vapos and one at Breath. Breath, you are hit. Roll 20 is having some trouble. Or maybe I'm in the wrong place. An error has occurred. Thank you, Roll 20. Thank you. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. As you take 6 cold damage.
It's an 18.
Okay. You succeed, and you do not have. You're not affected by the awful necrotic cold that steals over you. But Vapos, are you hit? Vapos, what's your AC? 15?
Yes.
Okay, a 14 just barely misses you, and the freezing hand passes you by. The ghostly hand returns back to the one that threw it.
Cool. Just out of curiosity, since this came so close, does this seem like something that I could have used my deflect missiles on?
That's an interesting question. You know, you wouldn't automatically know. You could make an Arcana check on that.
Okay.
How much damage did I end up taking?
6.
That's 18.
Okay, you succeed. Oh, Mavra. I don't know if we ever adjusted your initiative. I think I added your turn to you, but you never edited. I don't know what your initiative was.
I think that was after Akiri.
Well, perfect. We're gonna make you initiative 7. So go ahead and take your turn.
You're actually before me.
I'm gonna click my boots and
okay.
dash right behind Vapos.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Erie's turn.
Cool, I
They
can
did
see.
not attack you. The masked people looked at you, but they seemed to be nervous about attacking you.
Maybe that gal wasn't so crazy after all. That's okay. She's gonna sacred flame whichever one's nearest her. So that guy, I guess.
Okay. So he tries to dodge out of the way.
It's a DC 16.
All right, he will fail and take 6 radiant damage, killing him instantly. Anything else?
That's it. She's happy on her flower box.
Vapos' turn. Dyfa on deck.
All right. Vapos is going to swerve around the shades to get up right here.
Nice use of waypoints.
Thank you. I figure with how much this guy's moving around, it makes more sense to pay more attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
And Vapos is going to deliver a couple of punches to this guy.
Okay.
So first one is a 24 to hit for 6 damage.
He goes down.
You just caved in his face.
Apparently.
Pow. Actually, he doesn't quite go down. He wobbles.
Oh, okay.
He wobbles on the edge of the bridge and like has to hang on to the rail to to hold himself up. But he felt the impact of your punch quite hard.
All right. Second punch. 21 to hit for another 6.
This one practically knocks his block off. You send him flying. Bam! He crumples onto the bridge.
Akiri's just staring at you open-mouthed in amazement. That was amazing.
All right. Then Vapos is going to use his remaining movement. He's going to get up, and basically he's gonna stand over here, just outside of the fog cloud, and he is going to use some of his flow to activate patient defense. So if someone comes out and tries to attack him, then it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. You are, you do that, and you are immediately attacked by someone, a shade, trying to sprinkle flowers. Who gets a natural 20.
Well, disadvantage though, because I've got the dodge
Because of
action.
dodge action. Well, it saved
Ow.
you from a critical hit. But you
I
are
will
struck.
take it. I definitely forgot that was what happened to that guy.
You're standing on his corpse, actually.
Yep.
You take 1 point of rusty sword damage.
Okay.
Ew. I hope your tetanus shots are
Yeah.
up to date.
All the other shades, all the exact copies of this same dude, look at you.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
All right, I will take that note, and I had 5 more feet of movement, so I'll take 1 step back.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my movement. End of my turn.
Okay. You sense that they are still paying attention to you. Even though they are not directly attacking you at the moment.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Typha.
Okay, this is going to be another wacky one. I do apologize. So she's going to walk 20 feet.
Does
into-
anybody need to know where the Gravekeepers' corpses are? Oh, I put an X on Typha. Whoops. Instead of the Gravekeeper there. Okay, so you lose yourself in your own fog cloud.
And she's going to climb on top again. And she has blind sight in this form up to 10 feet. Does
Really?
Yes. Yep. If you'd like me to
Spiders
post it
have
again.
blind sight?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
30 feet, you say?
10 feet of blind sight.
10 feet of blind sight. 10 feet.
Do I sense him?
You don't.
Damn it.
That's no bueno.
There goes my
Imagine
careful
stumbling
plan.
around in a cloud of fog and coming face to face with a spider bigger than a horse.
It was going to be awesome.
Like, these guys are having a bad day.
That's the premise of like at least half a dozen horror movies.
Got real big.
Well, she knows that she's got to avoid these guys, so she's going to duck back under the bridge.
Okay.
Are you
Can
still
you just
on the
hang
bridge
on, look-
at that point? I don't even know.
She climbed up on top, like on this side, and then kind of went back under just now.
Hang on, let me
Have
think if there's
no
anything
way
else.
of visually representing that at all, but that's okay.
Can you imagine just like
actually
Yeah.
what will happen is you'll try to climb back under the bridge and you'll realize that you're at the ledge. You're at the stone ledge.
Ooh. Well, then she's going to walk down the side of the wall
Mm-hmm.
and actually go onto the ground.
Okay. Now
Can
she's
she
in
do
a
that?
pool of water.
How deep is the water?
Well, what's her speed?
30?
Okay.
Climb of 30 and speed of 30.
So she already moved. She already moved 20 feet, so she can move 10 feet downward, and she's hanging on the wall at the moment.
Okay, she'll remain there. And can I just ready an action? If I'm attacked, I will use my web.
Sure.
No, I'll do a bite. I'll do a bite if I'm attacked.
Okay. You got it. Okay. Oh, I just deleted them. Okay.
They were at initiative 10.
Yeah. The Gravekeepers are at initiative 10. Breath, your turn.
I don't see any danger right now. everything seems to be calm, but I'm a little on edge about how these shades are looking at Vapos. So I'm gonna ready an attack action on the nearest shade if more begin to attack Vapos. That's all I'm gonna do.
The nearest one? Okay.
Whichever one is nearest to me at that point, yes.
Okay. Thrasher.
Yeah, so Thrasher doesn't have a target because he can't see into the fog cloud and he can't really tell what's going on over there. But he really wants to shoot something.
Okay.
So I think he might just take a pot shot into the cloud.
As a spellcaster, Thrasher knows that he could ask Typha to drop the cloud at any time.
I can't actually,
Pourquoi?
because it lasts either for the duration or until a large wind dispels it.
I believe it is concentration. And concentration...
Yeah, it's concentration.
Oh, so I am able to drop it.
Yep, at any second.
Okay, I do drop it. I wanted to drop it last turn, actually.
Well, that's
but I
if
didn't think I
Thrasher
could.
asks you to.
Yes, it's fair.
Do you do so, Thrasher?
Yeah, I mean, stop the fog.
Alright, so you instantly stop concentrating on the fog, which causes it to immediately dissipate. Do you have dark vision in spider form? Oh, you're 10 feet down the wall anyway.
Yes, and I do have dark vision up to 60 feet.
But you're 10 feet down the wall, so you're not
Yep.
you're not seeing up through this door.
Right.
Okay. Well, you can see the guy is not up there. The remaining Gravekeeper.
Okay, Thrasher is gonna walk up this wall using the boots he got from Ziklu. That wall that's right behind him right now.
Okay.
How high up can he get on that wall? Like, is it the same height as the rest of the room?
Mark
or is
off
it...
a round, because you get 10 rounds per day of
Yep.
spider climb.
I get 6, and then it has to recharge.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I will mark it down.
Okay. You walk up the wall with your normal speed, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to say that like it has a penalty or anything.
Okay, so you're 30 feet up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Sideways.
Can I see anybody other than the?
You have
shades?
super long dark vision.
Yeah, 120 feet.
You can see through that door if you want to.
I mean, can you just tell me if there's a target through that door, or without revealing it?
You can see more shades.
Okay.
You can also see that the room is larger, and that you don't have an angle on the rest of the room. I'll just reveal some stuff here.
Thrasher will ready an action to fire at any of the Gravekeepers if they come back into the room.
Stop! Just delete that. Okay. Oh yeah, you can also see that. You can also see the bloody skeleton.
That's cool. I think dark vision is in black and white, so I may not be able to tell that it's bloody.
Okay, the unpleasant-looking skeleton.
It could be covered in chocolate syrup.
Could be.
That would be more disappointing to Thrasher than blood, I think.
The good news is Thrasher is going to find out either way.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Thrasher.
Oh, but yeah, great. I mean, that's not terrible.
The Merc says into your ear, "Hurl it." But you quell that for the moment, holding some power in the pit of your stomach that you have consumed and wants to erupt via bow. Okay. I think only... Well... Alright, Vapos, you can make a roll. And also... Typha can make a... these are perception rolls. Make perception rolls. Vapos and Typha.
Okay.
Would this be at disadvantage since I don't have dark vision?
No.
Cool. 21.
I just realized that that room is lit and not dark. Because of the skull, the skull lanterns.
Oh, right.
Doy.
So I
actually,
can tell it's bloody.
Vapos can see into this room, yes.
Akiri has like dead sight on that.
Wow,
skeleton.
okay. Typha and Vapos can both hear someone, a presumably living person, go, ha! And you hear footsteps on stairs going up.
Uh-oh.
You could barely hear that above the tramp of the Shade's feet, although their tramp is quite light. Mavra.
I'm gonna tie my boots again and dash.
No, they're still off.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move behind Vapos.
Okay.
Thank you for being used.
Akiri.
This is probably a bad idea, but Akiri is going to be very, very careful of not getting in the Shade's way because she just saw a lot of things. She's going to hop down and then hop, skip, and a jump to there. And I assume she can see into this room pretty well.
She can indeed. There's a set of stairs, a spiral staircase, and some bloody skeletons. And she can kind of hear someone huffing and puffing further up those spiral stairs and out of sight. Beyond where they disappear in the ceiling.
Cool. She's gonna turn around to everyone and go, "Hey guys, I think there's a problem. We have a loose end." And he went upstairs.
These figures reach the stairs, and upon setting foot on the first step, fade from existence.
Ha! So I was right. It's like an open and a closed doorway. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, that's the end of Akiri's turn. Wait, no, that was just a movement. Can she actually go over and inspect one of these skeletons? No, sorry, that's too much movement. She's gonna move into the room as a dash action.
This room is heavy with the smell of decay, which you have not smelled earlier in the pyramid. But the bodies stacked up, just all the walls are just stacked with shells and shells of the dead.
In the circle in the staircase room?
Yeah, when you enter that room.
Grody. Alright, cool. That's as much as I want to do.
The figures march on. Tramp, tramp, tramp. The shades. They keep eyeing Vapos. The ones nearby him. As though, just wary of him. I think we can exit initiative at this point.
Uh-oh.
Well, Vapos was going to use Step of the Wind again to try to chase after the guy. Since he should actually be next. I think I got dropped off the turn order when you accidentally deleted me.
Oh, I totally did.
Yeah, you were before Thrasher.
You can edit it yourself. That's fine. I think with your monk reflexes, you can pretty much avoid the marching guys.
Okay.
And time it correctly.
Yeah, basically I was going to get another 90 feet closer.
Okay, if you
So,
can go 90 feet...
Getting to the stairway is 55.
Now, these stairs are difficult terrain.
Okay.
They are steep. Do you have anything that helps you with difficult terrain?
Not inherently, no.
Okay.
So I would have 35 feet of movement left when I get to the stairs. So that would be another 3 squares of movement.
Okay. You're going to another level of the dungeon.
Okay, do I see or hear this guy at this point?
You can hear him huffing and
Okay.
puffing up the steps. Just a little bit above you.
If that's the case, then I will go ahead and use my action to chase him just a little bit further. And that'll give me another 45 feet of movement.
Okay. You will reach him after another...
Okay.
Another 15 feet of climbing the spiral staircase.
Okay. That's not enough for me to actually be able to hurt him directly, but if he tries to leave my area, then he's going to have problems.
The masked figure looks over his shoulder. You've just about reached the next level of the dungeon up. In fact, you can see an archway at the top of the landing that says you speak you speak several languages, but I think this one's in common. But above the archway it says the Iron Mine Burrows.
Okay.
An iron mine is all one word.
Then yeah, as I catch up to him, do I have enough movement that I can get in front of him to make it harder for him to get away from me?
I mean, you'd have to be able to get past him somehow.
I guess it is a pretty tight staircase. I do have Step of the Wind, so I can jump pretty high, but if there's not a lot of space, then I may not be able to.
There's not a lot of space to jump.
Yeah. Okay, then that's probably fine. But yeah, as I reach him,
You don't have an action.
no, I'm out of action. So as I reach him, I'll just say, I am so sorry, my friend, but I'm afraid that I can't let you go any further without discussing things.
You're not a real Gravekeeper, I think. The family will be displeased.
Vapos will just shrug. Only if the family finds out.
Yes.
That polite threat, though.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Very Vapos.
Like, this guy's been running, like, full tilt, and Vapos basically just materialized behind him.
Yep, pretty much.
Speed 135 for 2 turns this combat.
Vapos has to spend time picking bugs out of his teeth.
Typho's turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I can do to be useful in this situation.
I don't think you can fit through that door.
She cannot.
You know what room is dark? Is this room. These other doorways are dark, just not the one that I said was dark.
Yeah, so I'll say, now she's wary that other keepers might be coming through some of these other doors. So she's going to use her movement to get here and look in there.
Okay, so she has to go 20 feet down. And then, okay, she can do it if she dashes. 20 feet down to get to the pool, and then...
Well, can I say, so she moves,
30 feet
so
down.
she moves down 20 feet. Then she moves here with the remaining 10 feet and just looks. I mean, can she see anything through this doorway?
So she's under the bridge.
Oh, I kind of pictured the bridge is not going all the way. Okay.
She's underneath the bridge at the moment.
Okay,
She's
she
there.
will actually dash and make her way here.
Okay, so I'm going to grow you again. Okay, she has dark vision in this form?
She does, up to 60 feet.
Okay, this room is clearly a crammed sarcophagus storage room. It looks like this.
Ooh, okay.
And there's like her spidery senses are picking up some strange movement or something within the tangled maze that the stone box sarcophagi are creating in that room.
Huh. Well, this might be a little... Well, she can't do it this turn anyway, never mind. Okay, she is going to sit here and continue to observe. I'm assuming making a perception check or something like that would be a full action, so she can't really...
I'll let you use your bonus action on it. Go ahead.
Okay. $26?
You see lying on the stone, carven stone lids here and there, what looks like yellowish, clear, dried skin bits. Looks scary. And now it is Breff's turn.
Well, I hear a lot of commotion coming from across the bridge, so I'm going to dash here.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. You can hear. You get there just in time to hear the end of Vapos's one-liner and the response at the top of the stairs. You can barely hear it though, because there are ways above you. It also, you can now smell the decay in that room. And as though the watery power is not, cleansing power is not present. Frasher, your turn.
Okay, so still nothing to shoot at, really. Question, can I see whoever this is that's been hanging out in the bottom right-hand corner of the
Yep.
room?
Yep.
Okay. What's his deal?
That's what he looks like.
Okay.
He is
Is it?
standing in a pool. You can kind of see his upper bust. And he's
It's just standing there.
staring with pupilless white eyes.
It's not. It doesn't seem like it's moving, or it's just kind of hanging out in the pool
Occasionally it
water.
does move.
Okay, but it's not like moving towards us or anything.
It looks like it might be trying to crawl out of there.
Please shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, Frasher is real encouraged to just shoot at things at this point. So I think he's gonna just assume it's hostile and take a shot at it and see what the hell happens.
Can he reach it?
I mean, it's a longbow, so
That's fair.
probably.
Okay.
And I got a 25 to
You
hit.
vomit
So.
a ghost hand out of your mouth with the power of the Merc's blessing and curse. And it kind of trails your magic arrow. That is your spell, your Eldritch Blast, I believe.
It's not actually Eldritch Blast, but like we kind of,
Right, your hex bow, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It trails it and adds the effect of a chill touch to your attack. So you also get to make a chill touch attack.
I don't know what that entails.
You know what? You can look it up later because this guy's immune. But your attack will still connect.
Yeah.
With a 25. And you have expended that power from the pit of your stomach, and the presence of the Merc in your belly is gone. But you definitely feel like that hunger might be coming back.
Cool.
You strike that guy. Dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, and it counts as magical with respect to damage reduction.
Kind of
stuff.
with an arrow sticking out of his head. It doesn't seem to be considered a critical to strike this thing in the head. And it groans. And the groan vibrates low and powerfully through the waters. And the waters in the chamber begin to bubble and churn.
Okay. Well, the second arrow is even better and deals 11 damage.
11 more piercing damage. You can make a wisdom check, by the way.
Just a unmodified wisdom. 15.
You can tell your arrows aren't doing full damage to this guy.
Oh, really? You heard me say that they count as magical with respect to damage reduction and stuff, right? Okay. That's concerning. Usually things die.
You now got 2 arrows sticking out of him like horns.
There's another thing over there in the corner.
Okay. Vapos. Do you have anything that prevents someone from taking a
Disengage? No,
disengage action?
I do not.
Well, that's what he does.
Okay.
He disengages and disappears through the archway above you, and you hear him shouting, Gravekeepers! Gravekeepers, come! There are false gravekeepers below! And then you hear, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
One turn too late. That makes me sad.
And At this point, you hear and see a stone door being shut at the top of the stairs. The sound of it echoing down the stairway somewhat, cutting you off from whatever is above for the moment. Mavra. The waters are bubbling and churning. The flowers are tossing and turning, and you feel this sense of an awakening dwarven power.
Oh no. I think I'm gonna dash down the stairs.
And you still feel this pull toward this doorway. You're gonna dash downstairs? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're gonna turn around and go back.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because are you saying these stairs over here where Vapos and Bref are, those closed off?
Where Vapos and Bref are?
Yeah.
I think it was the door above me,
no.
the door that the guy just went through.
Yeah, this door is still open.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come to the bottom of the stairs, and then that'll be the end of my turn for now.
Okay. You actually can't enter that square because there is a shade standing in it. Okay. We're getting a Draco.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey. Welcome to combat.
Yeah, everything's going great. The entire pyramid definitely doesn't know we're here.
100%.
We were
This is
totally
what-
subtlety itself.
This is why I can't leave you guys to do anything.
We were doing fine.
Yeah,
If I-
you're really. Thank you so much for kind of signing in. It's just gonna have to be a hello and goodbye, I think.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, so I figured I might as well come say hi.
I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate that you swung in at this dramatic moment. I'll certainly add you a turn. You can roll initiative.
Thank you. I didn't cast any spells this whole session.
Nah.
Okay.
You and Bella have been talking about. You came up with. You're sensing You're sensing some draconic power. You and Bella.
Ooh.
She says there's something going on. So you guys have been talking about that and completely and utterly distracted from everything else going on. Somebody could have died and you wouldn't have known. Alright, you can edit your own initiative there. Oh, you did. Okay. Mavra just finished her turn, I think.
Yes.
Akiri.
So Akiri hears all this noise and stuff from out in here, this area. So she's gonna pop her head around the corner. And can she see the dead guy down here? Adding air quotes to the dead part.
Wait, where are you picking? There?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 2 arrows sticking out of his cranium, and he's just groaning. And as he groans, the water in the room is bubbling, boiling, and churning.
Cool. He's in range. He is absolutely in range. Kiri's gonna pull out one of her absolute favorite spells. She's gonna guiding bolt the heck out of him.
Okay.
Nice.
So the
That's a
guiding
level,
bolt.
guys. You don't understand. That was a level 1 guiding bolt.
Do I have a theme song for you?
No,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's right. It's Ride of the Valkyries. So just imagine that happening in the background.
Oh my god. So the guiding bolt slams into the back of the 2 arrows that are partially into the zombie's cranium and shoves them further in so they stick out the back. And his head just erupts into this glorious light from the critical strike, and the zomboid is no more.
I'd like to note that her guiding bolt looks like a giant glowing golden bird. So like he just gets slammed by a giant glowing golden bird. I love it.
Amazing. A glowy golden bird. At this point, the figures, the shades, halt. Turn and look at you guys. They're looking at the nearest people to them. And the armor shifts. Bones grow down from the skull and grow, and the armor grows, and the sword grows, increasing in size and shifting. There's a sound of bones, like when you rip a chicken apart. Disconnecting and connecting and transforming before your very eyes as the remains of Gisela start to knit together and rise, her rest disturbed, waters churning all about her.
Akira's gonna yell, "Guys, we have a big problem!"
And she turns and raises her blade. A black fluid runs down from the hilt of the blade and drips off the tip of it. And the whole room seems filled with an aura of dark magic. With that, we're going to end tonight's session as we enter a very different combat for the start
Oh,
of
man.
next time.
Well. So I guess I wasted that guiding bolt or something.
This is why I should never ever let you guys do anything without me.
He may have, desecrated several graves, killed a bunch of these Gravekeeper guys.
So Nico, good news. The Gravekeepers, super squishy.
So
Yeah, they've only got somewhere between 5 and 10 hit points.
we finished last session with all of our disguises on and only one Gravekeeper having found us in the middle of our espionage mission. And I come back tonight and y'all are fighting the entire dang pyramid.
Yep.
And if that one had failed her saving throw, it would have gone fine.
So, to be fair, it turns out that we never really could have passed as Gravekeepers anyway, Because they all are missing one hand, which is replaced by a weird, creepy, spectral hand. So we didn't really stand a chance of the espionage part of this mission.
Also, apparently there's like this important bird gravekeeper person.
Yeah,
So
they
that's
were
the
all
thing.
weirdly respectful of Akiri, so that's news.
Also, I tried really hard to stop that guy from getting up.
You
and
ran a
try to
marathon.
alert them.
Vapus ran a marathon.
You were
this
this
session.
close.
Like a couple of dice rolls, this would have gone very differently. So we tried.
Oh
Yeah,
well.
Max was rolling really good tonight, so I blame that.
Hey, I am always in the mood to fight a giant monster, so I'm okay. Well, I sound like I'm upset, but I'm actually okay with all of this.
You are now until we actually have to fight her.
I had
Also,
this,
the armor she's wearing matches Maver's axe, so that's a thing.
So all of these things are shades that all look identical, and they were just marching along this bridge and going up these stairs and pausing to sprinkle flowers, in which activity they have now been interrupted.
Because Akiri nuked the zombie.
I mean, Vapus got in their way and he got sucker punched, but I mean, you know.
I
Also-
also... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
I was just going to say, I learned a valuable lesson in that water-based spells cannot solve every problem. In fact, if anything, it was a major setback for this encounter.
It was a good thought.
All right. Well played, everybody. Thank you, Jeremy, player of Breath. Who we are eagerly awaiting the one shot of scheduled for Halloween. Thank you to M, player of Akiri. Well done. Thank you to Danielle, player of Mavra, who has a lot of interesting hooks going on in this dungeon. Thank you to Nico, player of Draco, for coming by. Much appreciated. I always wish we could have had more of you. Thank you to Corey, player of Vapos, who was this close to stopping another alarm being raised. Thank you so much to Matt, player of Frasher, who has some interesting Merc stuff happening. Thank you to Lindsay, player of Typha, who was a very impressive spider and totally messed up the bad guys with a fog cloud too.
I hope so, because I feel like I kind of borked us on this one.
Well, it seems like you all feel that way, which is a sign of a good session, I guess. All right, well played, everybody. Good game. Oh, and a huge thank you, as always, to Kate, player of Bella, who unfortunately had to go deal with baby stuff and had to drop out early on in the session. So thank you to Bella. We got to get Bella up to speed for next time. So hopefully you guys can help me with that. All right, guys. Good night. Hopefully we will be on again next week. And for more dramatic gaming in the Wildlands as you face off against the newly risen Gisela La Feroz. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Man with no screen name, Taladar.
Bye.
Bye.
everybody.
Was here earlier.
Thanks, Max, for running this. This
Yeah.
dungeon is awesome.
You are always so welcome. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Guys, thank you.